Welcome, everybody. It's Monday again. Thank you for tuning in to Candid Conversations. I am your host, the laid back, down to earth life coach, Aisha Israel. And
we are the hosts of Candid Conversations.
Hi, I'm Saucy Sunny.
Dawn B.
Aisha Israel.
Welcome to Candid Conversations.
Girl talk. Girl talk.
Girl talk.
All girl talk.
Ready for Candid Conversations?
We are ready to get started.
Are you?
Yes. It's Monday again. All right, you guys. So Women's History Month, sadly, is coming to an end. I've had a blast, and I'm so excited to have introduced the Candid Conversations audience to some amazing, skilled, successful, down-to-earth, and even history-making women. It's been fun. It's been very interesting. I'll tell you that when I got the idea from the Holy Spirit initially to highlight boss chicks on the show during Women's History Month, I was a little concerned about filling all the slots. I looked at the calendar and saw that March had 5 Mondays. So I was just praying. I'm like, Lord, please don't let me be embarrassed and not be able to find enough boss chicks for the show. So I just want y'all to know my Heavenly Father is like, I got you, as always, as you can see. So we were able to fill all 5 Mondays with boss chicks. And I want to say thank you to all the boss chicks who graciously answered the call and responded to my emails and my phone calls. Now, while we're wrapping up Women's History Month, I am happy to announce that we are not done with highlighting boss chicks. There are so many, y'all. So many. And if y'all didn't know before, now you know. Black women are dope. All right. So, I want to talk some more about Chris and Paige on Married at First Sight. And of course, the situation that's been blowing up social media. But out of respect for my boss chick tonight, whose time I absolutely respect because she is a busy lady, we will have to discuss all that other stuff further in the show. So without further ado, I would like to introduce to you, raise your glasses, put your hands together for City Treasurer, MelissaConyears-Ervin. Hello, you are muted. I want to tell you.
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay, awesome. How are you this evening?
Look at you, Aisha. I am awesome. How about yourself? This is so cool.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. I so appreciate, like I said, I appreciate you answering the call. I didn't know what was going to happen this month.
Of course.
So yes, it has been a wonderful month. Just getting to know some wonderful boss chicks. And like I said, you are wrapping it up, which makes you kind of a big deal there.
Yay. Thank you for asking and inviting us on. This is awesome to me. And I was listening to your introduction, you saying how you prayed about it. And of course, you knew that you had way more than enough boss chicks for a month of March, right? We have more than enough for a year.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it's not so much that I don't know that there are boss chicks out there, but
it's getting the people.
They're so busy that it's like, can you fit me into your schedule? So I appreciate you fitting me in. I feel special that the Chicago City Treasurer was able to put me on her calendar.
Yes. You know what? Women's History Month. I just appreciate that you are showcasing this. I appreciate all of the platforms that are highlighting women. So how could I not be a part? I was like, okay, this is cool because this is what we should do, support and encourage each other.
Yes, absolutely. So let's get right into it. This is about being a boss chick. So how about you start by just telling me about your journey getting to City Treasurer of Chicago?
Yes, I always tell people that I'm an anomaly when it comes to what a typical elected official is. And I say that because I'm just like the normal person. That's what I tell people. And I like to talk about my background because I think that sometimes people think that to be an elected official, you have to come from a different type of background than what we are used to.
Yes.
And I'm here to tell you that's not true. So I am a Chicagoan, born and raised.
Okay.
I actually was born in Inglewood on the Great South Side.
All
And
right.
then I was raised on the West Side. And in addition to that, I was raised by a single mother of 3 girls. My mother
Okay.
was a union worker. I mean, you talk about the values of everyday families. I get it. I've lived it. I mean,
Yes.
the struggle of watching my mother raise 3 girls on her own. I am a product of CPS, elementary, high school. My mother, as a single mother, living off of one income, she was not able to send me to a private university away. So I went to a public university right here in Illinois, first in my family to go to college.
Okay.
And, my mother just instilled in me that I'm not limited by my zip code.
I hear that. Well, congratulations to you for overcoming all of those
Yes.
obstacles, which I think makes you that much more of a boss chick. I mean, you didn't have anything handed to you,
Yes.
and you are rocking it out. I am proud to call you city treasurer as a
Thank
Black
you.
woman. I think you're doing an amazing job with all your initiatives.
Thank
And
you.
I was like, what's my clock? Where's my clock? I want to make sure I don't miss anything. But I want to have you start by telling us
Okay.
about some of your initiatives. I know you told me about Hope Inside. So what is that?
Yes. Hope Inside is a great initiative that I am offering through the city treasurer's office. And it's an initiative where we really focus on financial planning, financial empowerment. Now, as you know, during COVID-19, so much focus has been on physical health, as it should, right? Because if we're not physically healthy, how do we get to the other topics?
Exactly.
But in addition to that, we have found that even outside of a pandemic, many families, especially those in underserved communities, are really not financially fit. They're really unable to be honest with you.
That's true.
And so we thought, well, during a pandemic, this is an even rougher time for working families. And so what I wanted to do was I wanted to work through financial empowerment now, because my question would always be, what happens after the pandemic? Where are we going to be? In what financial state after the pandemic? And so what I wanted to do was focus on helping residents and small business owners learn about the power of banking, learn about the power of financial planning, learn about increasing your credit score.
Yes.
We have a 700 credit score initiative that I'm doing through Hope Inside. Well, we have Hope Inside, by the way, is a partnership with Operation Hope, but 700 credit score initiative where we are working to increase residents' credit scores by as much as 120 points. I said 100.
That's nice.
120 points. And by the way, let me mention that it is free for Chicago residents. Now, as you know, a lot of services like this are services that you have to pay for.
Yes.
This is a service that we are providing through the Chicago Treasurer's Office for Chicago residents. So please go to chicagotreasurer.com. We are getting all types of responses from people trying to tap into this free resource. Please don't let it pass you by, and please don't think it doesn't apply to you. This can be the difference between an approval or denial for a home loan.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's important. So you're not only handling our money, you're teaching us how to handle ours.
There you go. Hey, Aisha, come on.
I like it. I mean, you are clearly for the people. Yes. I don't know. Mayor might be on your list of things to do.
Let's tackle this.
Okay. Let me not get ahead of myself.
And you know what? I have to tell you, a lot of people say, I mean, you're the Chicago treasurer. You know, I hadn't heard much about it until you got in. And look at all the things that you're trying to do. I always say that is why we have to elect people like us. Yeah. Because when you elect people like you, people are working with your mindset. I get it. I'm not far removed from this. I get it. I live on the West Side now, so I'm in it. And so I just appreciate the working families and all their struggles. And we all need help or needed help once upon a time.
Yes, at least at one point.
Yes.
Absolutely. I definitely agree. And so you also mentioned something about Money Smart Week, which I
Yes.
think this leads into.
Yes. So we don't stop in our office. I know my staff be like, and by the way, all these initiatives in the middle of being a wife, cooking dinner when I can, being a mother of a small 4-year-old daughter, which earlier, because she is a Zoom crasher, right? and so this what boss chicks do.
Yes, we do it all.
In addition to Hope Inside, the Chicago Treasurer's Office, we are also working towards Money Smart Week, which is the second week of April. Oh my gosh, we got so much stuff planned. Matter of fact, we have events planned virtually, by the way. So hey, if you're working, whatever you're doing, join us. We have events planned Monday through Saturday virtually. And so we're talking about so many things through Money Smart Week. We're talking about the power of banking, and we're talking about student loans, helping students with grants, scholarships. We're talking about identity theft. So seniors, those even, it's not just seniors right now during this COVID-19. There's been all type of fraud and everything with these stimulus checks. And by the way, we have special guest John Rogers of Ariel Investments, who's going to join us. We're also going to talk about managing our finances, rental and mortgage assistance. And finally, on Saturday, we are going to close the week with a virtual FinTech Summit. We're focusing on financial technology. So a lot. Please make certain. ChicagoTreasurer.com. And obviously, since we're virtually, I should mention our Facebook, Chicago Treasurer, MelissaConyears-Ervin, or Facebook, Instagram. We're on all. Well, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of it.
So they can get this information again when they visit either the website or any of your social media.
That's right. We always have posts and everything that's going on. And so please, we want Chicago residents. And guess what? It's virtual. So if you're not a Chicago resident, you can still join us virtually. And so we want to make certain that we're helping people. That's what it's all about. Because guess what? People want financial health to be a secret. I think the billionaires want it to be a secret.
Absolutely.
But there are some tips that can help us along the way.
Now, I do have a question. Since you said if people are not in the city or not able to come out, they can log on too. Now, will they be able to qualify for any of these if they're not a resident of Chicago?
So for the Money Smart Week, that is open to everyone. Money Smart Week will be our virtual Money Smart Week. They can sign up to register for everything Monday through Saturday. However, for the financial planning, financial support, financial counseling that we do through Hope Inside, that is an initiative paid for through the city, sponsored through the city treasurer's office. And so it is for Chicago residents.
Just want to make sure.
Yes, that specific program. But everything else that we're doing, if you don't live in Chicago, feel free to join us. And certainly not just the Money Smart Week, but I do Money Mondays with Melissa once a month. Just follow us, ChicagoTreasurer.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, so you can see all the things that we're doing. And it's all to help residents and small business owners.
Yes, I love it. I love all of that.
Thank you.
And so we talked earlier, so I'm all about the kids. I love the 4-year-old crasher, YouTube crasher. That was great. And she's probably wishing she could be on here right now, which I'll tell her I'll chat with her later.
I had to let her do a little screen time, no judgment, a little screen time while I do this. Just give mommy a few minutes, okay?
Yes. And so with that, I know that you're also working with the March of Dimes.
Yes.
So how did you manage to land that, and what are you doing with that?
So I am so excited that I am going to be the March of Dimes 2021 Chicago Collective Impact Chair. And as you know, and by the way, for those that are listening, Aisha and I are both members of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated.
Yes.
And Sigma Gamma Rho, as Aisha knows, has been a chief sponsor of the March of Dimes, March for Babies for years. And so I was even more proud to be a Chicago Collective Impact Chair with the work that my sorority really has done with March of Dimes. And so I'm excited about this year. And we know that Black women are 3 times more likely, 3 times, to die from pregnancy-related causes. And Black babies are twice as likely to die before their first birthdays compared to their other counterparts. And so this is a very, very serious issue. You know, Aisha, we talk about systemic racism, systemic injustice. It's not just through the criminal justice system. It's not just through the financial service system, but it's also through the healthcare system. And so I could not be more proud to partner with March of Dimes for this year with all the work that we are going to be doing. So again, more information on ChicagoTreasure.com, because I need help with the March of Dimes. Ladies, if you're listening, help us. We want a lot of help. We want volunteers. We want partners. There's a lot that we can do to help our babies and moms.
Now, I do have a question about that. So is there an age limit to, like, for somebody to volunteer? Because my daughter is 14. So she's available if you are accepting youth.
I don't know, but we will make a note of that, because I would think to volunteer that they could at that age. I would think there's not a restriction.
Okay.
Because I tell you, my daughter's going to be out there doing 4 years old.
You're training her to be a boss chick early.
That's right. That's right. And as boss chicks, we are servants. And so I'm just appreciative for being a servant for the people.
Yes. Oh, wait. Somebody said something. She can sign up as a team captain. Whoa, team captain. Wow. Okay.
See, I don't know about that. I was just going to be a volunteer, but
that's serious.
But she can sign up. It's virtual. Yes.
It's virtual. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Sounds good. So I had one last question that is very personal to me, because I know that you are a strong Black woman, but you are also in an area of well, they're all like this, but surrounded by white men. And so I want to know, is it difficult to stand up and speak up for Black and brown people and their needs?
So let me tell you this. When you say we know what we see.
Yes.
And so you see that white men dominate the industry. That's what you see. But let me also tell you the statistic.
Okay.
For the financial services industry, and I'm specifically talking about financial services industry because I'm the treasurer. Obviously, people know that means I deal with money, right? Yes. They don't know maybe not all the ins and outs, but they understand that it involves money.
Okay.
And so I relate that to the financial services industry because that's who I'm dealing with all the time to invest your money. I manage, I protect, and I invest taxpayers' money. That's what I do. I'm your personal banker for taxpayers. And so in being your banker, I want to be able to make money for you. I want to help you make money. And that's why I have those additional programs to not only that I as a lump sum manager money, which by the way, the money is about $8.5 billion of all taxpayers' money that I manage on a daily basis.
Wow.
But in addition to that, again, I want to help you manage your own money, which the $8.5 billion is your money too, is just a collective pool. But in the financial service industry, who I'm interacting with on a daily basis to manage your money, there's about $69 trillion in the financial service industry. I want to say that again, 69 trillion.
Okay.
Of that 69 trillion, and this is nationally, of the 69 trillion, approximately 98.7% is owned by white men.
No. That's almost, obviously almost.
That's almost 100%.
Yeah, that's a problem.
So
to me, it seems like a problem.
So
yes.
It is a lot of work to be done. And we're talking about years and years and years of systemic racism. And we're talking about, when I meet Black and brown youth, how they are not familiar with this industry. How, when I speak about the amount of money that they can make in this industry, you should see their eyes open wide because they were not aware of this. I am making it my business to educate Black and brown youth about the opportunities that are before them. And guess what? Even as adults, it is not too late to get involved in the financial service industry. It's a lot of money to be had. And don't believe the hype when they say it is not enough money to go around, because it is.
All right. Well, thank you for, what do you call it? Exposing the truth. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you coming on and helping us wrap up Women's History Month. I so appreciate you. I can't thank you enough for gracing my show with your presence. I really appreciate that.
And this is awesome. I'm so happy that you're doing this. And please continue to help. We as women must encourage and support one another. It is not easy. You talk about boss chicks. Thank you for acknowledging the work of women, but you know it's not easy. And so I really appreciate that. And I look forward to seeing more from you.
All right. Thank you. Now, I know you're busy and I know you got to run, but if you can stay around, stay for Girl Talk, but I won't hold you to that. You can log in after you log off and check us out.
All right. Thank you, ladies.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Next up is Imani. Hold tight.
Trapping.
Hey, Imani, turn it off your phone, girl. Hey. How are you today?
I'm off my phone.
Okay.
I'm good.
What's going on? I'm good. I'm good. So I know you have some tea for me, and I'm gonna wait for you to start because I don't know. Oh, you know what? I told Dawn I was gonna bring her on to help me with this tea stuff. Oh, Dawn, I see Dawn in the waiting room say, not yet. Okay, go ahead. Tell me what's first, and I will show your pictures on the screen.
So the first tea is about Waka Flocka and his wife Tammy. You probably know them from, well, Waka Flocka is a rapper. Yes, he's a rapper, but you probably know them from Love and Hip Hop as well. Well, recently, their daughter Charlie, which is Waka's stepdaughter, she had a quinceañera, and her biological father didn't show up. He was supposed to show up and dance with her and stuff, and he basically sent her off. But Waka, who is technically her dad since he's been there from the beginning, he stepped in and saved the day and had hi Don, and had and danced with Charlie. Now the juicy tea is about Lil Nas X. People probably know him from Old Time Road with Billy Ray Cyrus, the song.
Okay. Wait. Let me get the picture because I'm like, who? What?
We can't know
this. Yeah.
Lord have mercy, child.
So he just dropped a new music video. That's all, people say satanic and stuff like that. And it's supposed to be releasing a shoe with Nike. And the shoe has 1%, 1 drop of human blood in it. And only 666 pairs of the shoes are supposed to be sold. But recently, within the last few hours, Nike is suing the shoe company who actually approved to make the shoe with Lil Nas. So Nike does not want to be associated with Lil Nas. They saying that they did not okay the shoe with him. That's what Nike said.
One update. The shoe sold out in 1 minute.
Oh, wow.
What? People are buying some human blood shoes.
But the music video, so a lot of people was like, it's real demonic and stuff like that now. a little information is that Lil Nas is a part of the LGBT community, and he said that the song was supposed to represent, like, people say that gay people are going to hell and stuff. So he said it like he was basically representing an angel falling from heaven, you know, a gay person, and, you know, going to hell. That's what he said is representing. So I don't know, but he was like licking the devil's ear and, you know, and giving the devil a lap dance and stuff like that. It looked real satanic and demonic to me. But
he was a serpent too.
Yeah. And they had the horns, but, you know, if that's how you want to make your money, then that's on you. People still gonna buy it. The shoe sold out, so.
That's a no for me. Yeah, no. I'm sorry. Human blood in some shoes. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
What is he doing? All these kids are now following him from Ride to the Can. No,
but you know that song is not a kid song.
It's not a kid song?
No, that song is literally about sex. That's not a kid song.
Oh man, I need to go back and listen to it again.
Ain't no more. He not talking. That is not a song for kids.
It's
just
that's it. It's just he went to schools doing it. He was performing for the children. Now he's performing for the children, honey.
I mean, yeah, making his money for the children.
I want to know this though. Whose blood is it?
That's what I want to know. Who gave up their blood to put in those shoes?
And why did he think he could put Nike's name on it? And why does he think this is jamming?
Because Nike said he could put Nike's name on it.
That's how I feel. I feel like now Nike is like reneging, but Nike's saying that they didn't say that, and they're actually trying to sue him right now.
They sued him. They said he stole the
they couldn't have okayed it then.
They didn't okay it. They got some other company to make some Nike shoes. And
they suing the other company for sure, but
he sold the style of the Air Max.
Okay, so
that's disgusting.
Before we get into it,
donate. Hey, we with you, Jessica. I don't understand what's going on.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That's right, Aaron.
Slow dancing with the devil. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it made me think about Illuminati. I don't know if a lot of people are up about Illuminati and stuff in like the music industry, but it definitely made me think about Illuminati and how like they use music to like lure you in, and they specifically put it right in your face, but people ignore it, you know, because it's entertainment.
Okay, well, Lonnie Mosley said it's entertainment. Negative publicity is still publicity.
You're right. Negative publicity.
That's going a little far. But okay, before we get into anything else, because that was still shy tea, I would like to introduce the women of Candid Conversation. So first up, we have Miss Imani, who just gave us some very juicy tea, all the way from the south side of Chicago. Say hi to the people, Imani.
Hi.
All right, and we have,
Sorry, I almost got my wine glass over.
All right, next up, all the way from Southern California, we have Sunny.
Hello, family.
Hey, and all the way from down the street, we have Dawn B.
Party over here.
All right, so before we get into it, let me go over the rules. So, girl talk. Here are the rules. Every lady on the panel has an opportunity to choose a question, a scenario, or a meme. And whose ever turn it is at the time has the first opportunity to respond uninterrupted before the rest of us chime in. And then the conversation ensues from there. So, Imani, since you gave the tea, I'm going to start with Dawn. Dawn, so would you like a question, a scenario, or a meme?
I would like a meme today.
All right, look at you being brave.
I'm going out on the limb today, child.
Okay, let's jump with the meme. All right.
Oh.
Can you read it?
Yeah. Remember back in 2019 when we used to eat cake after somebody blew over it? Man, we was wild. Remember that? Like everybody was fine with that. Like, happy birthday!
Yes, happy birthday! Look at these people that's on the screen. Oh my goodness. Hey,
Nikki.
Sunny.
So,
Look at this.
I know today is a very special day. Well, kind of. Tomorrow is a very special day. But since the show is on Monday, March 29th, we're going to do this a day early.
Wow.
I know, right? You ready? You ready? Okay, here we go.
Yay, Sunny's birthday. To Sunny. Happy birthday to Sunny. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Okay, how do I don't know how to stop sharing the screen.
Love you, Stevie. Thank you.
All right, Sunny, you're not embarrassed, are you, Sunny? I invited your friends to say happy birthday to you. Do you know these people?
Saphir's muted. I do.
I'm like, tell me you know
Are
them.
you sure you know me? I don't think I know you. When did I meet you? I don't know. Maybe I was 17.
Oh,
18, something like that.
like
That's
20,
so funny.
Oh my gosh, 20
Freshman year.
How many years ago was
Freshman year.
Yes. So, Nikki, how do you know her?
She was my first roommate at USC. So we met at USC freshman year, and we were roommates for 2 years and stayed friends ever since. Was her bridesmaid and everything. So
Nice. Ooh, you guys are close. And Saphira, what about you?
Hi. USC roommate as well. We love you so much that I have my godchildren from her and vice versa. So just a beautiful person, and it's wonderful knowing you.
Yes, we want to do something special for Sunny. We're so excited to have her as part of the show. And so we figured what better place and time to do this than to celebrate with everybody. We have a lot of birthday wishes on the panel. Happy birthday, Sunny. So I'm going to say toast to just a wonderful lady, someone I call my sister who has been there. I think I was 17 when I met her as well. So it's been a long time, but she is one of the most loyal people, one of the most loyal friends that I have ever come to know. And I so appreciate and love you and just want to wish you a very happy birthday. Toast to Sunny.
Yay!
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Hillary. Thank you, Lonnie.
I'm sorry. There you go.
That's all. Love you guys.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us. And so now we got to get back to our regularly scheduled program. Did you guys want to stay for Girl Talk, or you guys just want to say goodbye? It's up to you.
I'm here for you.
You want to stay for Girl Talk?
What do we got to do for staying for Girl Talk?
You're like, let me see. So you either get to choose a question, a scenario, or a meme. But I'm gonna let you chill for a little bit. I'll go to Sunny and then back to Imani, and then I'll let you guys. That way you guys can get feel for the game, and then by the time I come around to you, you'll be ready. Okay. All right. So I said, Sunny, you ready?
Yes.
What
I am
would you
ready.
like?
I'm gonna go with a question.
A question.
A question.
Okay. I'm trying to think. Oh, I did have questions. I did my questions differently today. Let me move this over. Let's see. What kind of question can we do?
Sunny, how old did you turn? 18, 23?
I will proudly say that I am 49 years old.
Ooh. You're looking good, girl.
Hey,
okay. I think this is a question. Let's see.
Hashtag goals.
Oh, okay. Are your kids allowed in the bedroom?
I see that rose. I don't know. Are they allowed when I'm using the rose?
Oh,
my God.
I don't know. You guys, I don't know. I would say no. When the rose is in the room, lights are dimmed,
And
Marvin
so
Gaye is playing,
oh, okay,
the door's locked.
Stay out.
You got to be more specific. Yes, my children, besides that, are allowed in the room. Thank you, Kirk. Yeah, I can't keep my kids out.
Yeah.
So I wish I could keep them out.
No, I think I don't think that I cut anything off of this question, but I do know that I've heard people say like their children are not allowed in the room. Like I'm in mom groups and stuff on Facebook, and they act, so it just kind of depends. But I know that Imani, was it you I was talking to? I feel like I was talking to a mom, and they were saying something about the child coming in the room. But I've always asked, like, well, how did they get in there? Like,
we talked.
You know what I mean? Like walk in on you is what I'm
we
talking
talked
about.
before when I said that somebody told me my child still has an innocent mind, and I was like, yeah, she's never walked in on us or anything. And they asked, well, how come? Like, because it's common for kids to walk in, and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, first off, she got her own room, and then we not doing it hours that the kid is up. Like, she's sound asleep. My room is my room. It's not like I'm screaming buck wild either, so that I can wake my kid up. It's a respect thing, but my child definitely allowed in my room. It's not like I got sex swings hanging around everywhere. So a kid could come in my room.
Yeah, that's where mommy and daddy are, like, or mommy or daddy or daddy and daddy. But
I'm gonna be with you all the time.
My point, my kids are allowed in my bedroom now. When I was growing up, I was allowed in my parents' room, but I was not allowed in their room if they weren't home. Stay out of my room. That was old school. I could not go in the parents' room if they weren't there. There was nothing in there for me.
Okay.
If they weren't. Okay. So I'm following that too. Don't be in my room snooping.
Don't go through stuff.
Yeah. Some you might get rolled up on.
I mean, my children are allowed in my room, but the only time that it's like an issue is like if Maya and I are watching a movie or some show that she and I like to watch, and Israel comes home and he's like, what's going on here? You know what I mean? Can y'all move that to the living room? But it's not really an issue. It's just like he's home, he wants to lay down, and we're in the way. But kids are not allowed in the room except after, like when we say goodnight and it's time to go to bed, then we're done. Everybody should be in the bed by then. Well, at least earlier. Now they're teenagers. I usually go to sleep before they do. But yeah, once we go to bed, then that's it. Okay, cool. We're done with that.
Anybody else want to say something? Nikki?
Yeah. Nikki, I don't have any kids. I don't have no kids.
You have your cats.
Well, the cats rule the house. So let's just say that. Like, you close the
they're
door. I would say you close the door, they scratching, meowing, whatever, even when, as we say, adult time. Yeah. They're like, the door is not supposed to be closed.
Got it.
They don't even need to come in. They're like, they don't even care about coming in. They're just like, the door ain't supposed to be closed. So
gotcha. Yeah.
That's animals. That's animals for you.
Yep. Safira, did you have anything to add?
She's always in our room, and she's welcome. I just figure when she's older, she won't even want to be there. So we're just cherishing the time.
Which is probably very true. Okay, so across the board, we all say yes, they're allowed. Kirk said, "How about the dog?" That's funny.
She's always in our room.
All right.
Superior, I was gonna say, you have a dog, Sonny, don't you? You're like, so.
Mine sleep in my room.
Yeah. So.
Funny.
I think the animals take over.
Okay, I'm gonna move on to Imani. Imani.
Meme.
Okay. So just in case you guys didn't know, I'm on spring break right now. So I had a little bit more time to spend on this. So the memes look a little different because I was having fun. So here's your meme.
Okay.
Nope.
What?
It says, "Black men don't cheat." Is that funny or no?
That is hilarious. It's very tickling.
Especially with that guy's picture.
With him right there.
That's what made me start laughing, because you had him on there. I'm sorry.
Because that man is a hot mess. They need to throw him away.
You said they need to what?
Throw him away.
Dang, you said throw him away.
But
yeah, he's ridiculous. Did you see him?
The interview, I saw her.
The live.
Oh my gosh. I've been following him for years though. So I even know about the old marriage.
I would say, didn't he have 2 mistresses?
Yeah, and then the next day he went on live by himself and analyzed his.
Yes, in third person, like a crazy person. He did a reaction video to his own video.
Does he know
wait. I missed that. He had a reaction video to his.
Yes.
So I know about the video with the wife. There was a video after that.
Yes. Well, they both went on live right after that video. Okay. And then the next day he did the in the car ride, talking about how that guy was cheating.
That guy.
Talking about himself.
Yes. And look at how his wife looked uncomfortable. And look at her. She looks uncomfortable. And I thought it was pretty weird at the end when he brought in God. I'm like, dude,
wait. I have to look this up. I did not.
You have to watch that. But he has a book coming out too. I feel like this is all a publicity thing to get his book selling, and that's really what it is. Because
everybody want to buy that.
And how's he gonna sell it?
I don't want to hear anything.
Like as his wife, I mean, I get it, but you're going to go live, and she looked like she just rolled out of bed. I was like, I'm sorry, ma'am. I was like, she had the bonnet on.
She also looks sedated. She said, ma'am, Miss Nikki, she said that was not a bonnet. This is knitted. This is a knitted hat.
Whatever.
But it looked like a straight up bonnet.
I was looking at some other pictures. I was like, you looked much better at other times than what you did.
It hurts me that she uses God as the excuse for everything. God can, God is saving him, and that's just like a defense mechanism, because you're hurting. We know you're hurting, but you're making excuses for this man's behavior, saying, well, God can do this and God can do that.
So here's the thing. So I was in a marriage for 14 years to a narcissist / sex addict. And so I know that people are quick to say you're using God as an excuse, but you also have to think about the mindset that got her there. So I know for myself, when I was in the marriage, I was not in the mindset that, like, I don't know how to me, she seems like she may be dealing with some low self-esteem issues. I was in the mindset that I married this person. Divorce was for me never on the table. Like, that was never the plan. So I was always in the mindset that what can we do to fix this? And no matter what, I was going to do that. And God was my source and my strength for keeping on while I figured it out, so to speak. But now, so somebody on the outside looking in, it seems like an excuse, but to her, that may be real. Now, do I support her? And if I were to talk to her, would I say, yeah? Absolutely not. I feel like I wasted a lot of time with that. You know what I mean? Because there were just things that I wasn't looking at as an option. But once I realized he was crazy, then I had to go. But that wasn't my mindset going in. And that
Aisha, she only used God and Bible. She didn't use any other words, just only those two.
That's all she reverts back to.
And she would look sedated. She kept saying God, Bible, Bible, God, God, Bible.
It's like she's brainwashed. Brainwashed. But what is going on? God is going to fix this. God is going to fix my husband. God is going to make him better. God, if I can't do it, I prayed, but God is going to fix this. And it's a little bit hurtful. It's a little bit hurtful because I'm looking at this woman and it's like the internet is bashing her, but
he was too, though.
He was bashing his own wife. Yes.
And then he was pointing out what the internet was saying. Yeah, babe, they said that you got on the bonnet. I'm like, who is this monster?
He's a monster.
And I said, as much as she used God, she should be able to see that right there is the devil.
So the
She
other
was
thing too
sedated,
is that like it depending on who she's around. So I don't know about her background, but I know that in the church, one thing that's said a lot is you can't let the devil win. That I know to be fact. And so if that's her mindset, if she's, because I saw her video, I didn't see his, but I saw her video where she's talking about spiritual warfare and she's talking about like, you know, not letting the devil win. If that's where she is, then she's in a place where her eyes are still closed. You know what I mean? Because this is not God's best. And you know, she has to come to that realization that, yes, I understand the whole mindset of not letting the devil win. I understand the whole mindset of God hates divorce. But when you realize that this person is not there, like what he has done is he is emulating somebody who actually cares. He's emulating somebody who cares what God thinks. He's emulating somebody who respects marriage. He's not that person. He is a narcissist. Like he has learned certain behaviors and he is, you know, operating with that to be able to get what he wants out of her. And you're not going to be able to do anything until she realizes that for herself is really the sad part.
And but she said, so they went live after the whole thing, and he still spoke. This was my wife's idea because y'all said she does not speak. He was like,
but he was still speaking for her.
Okay, I'm done. I'm not judging. I'm judgy not. However, Bible, God, Bible, God. You can't take all that shit, all of it.
Right, you can't. Yeah.
Literal. And because she said I was hurt and I have healed because I read the Bible.
She's not healed though.
A couple months ago, I would have been on the comments with y'all. That's what she said out her own mouth.
Yeah,
that sounds good. What'd you say, Sapphira?
I was going to say it's very difficult to understand being in the person being abused and how that can change your psyche and change how you react to things, and these things creep on you. So until she gets tired of being tired, down in her soul and her spirit, she's just going to need someone to help pull her out, or she's going to be there. So she's just
she's relying on that husband to pull her out, and he was holding her hand so tight.
She looked like she might cheat back. To be honest, she might be that tired. It might make him not be able to eat after a few days after she done, because she do look tight.
She's definitely emotionally abused, and I can see where her mind is not right. She's not in her right mind. But also, like in the video that I saw of them too. So like I said, I didn't see his follow-up video or whatever. That sounds super crazy. But in their video, like I watched it and I'm just looking like he's so disingenuous in this. Yeah. Like, first of all, did you just go grab her out the bedroom? I mean, like literally drag her and say, you got to do this video. That's how it seemed. And then, so one thing, so like when I watched the video of the interview of not Oprah, what's her name? Gail interview R. Kelly. And so many like of his body language signs, I was like, he's telling on himself. He's guilty as all get out, because I can't remember right now, but she asked him a question and whatever it was, he said one thing, but his body said the other. So like if he said yes, he was like doing this. And Derek Jackson was doing that in the video, you know, that he was with his wife, like, you know, this is terrible, you know, or something like that. Like whatever it was, I'm looking at him like he is just lying. Like he is full of crap, just sitting there. And then he's rubbing, like you could see, like he's holding her hand. But when he's talking about stuff, he's actually only rubbing his own doggone hand. He's not even comforting her in the doggone video. It's terrible. You have to go back and see like the little.
Another thing that bothered me with social media was how they attacked her. And how they were like, well, you know, your husband is this, such and such, and you know, attractive women are going to look at him. And what a lot of people don't know is, since I've been following them for a long time, and if they seen the pictures of them, Derek Jackson was not an eye catcher when they first started dating. He was not. She always wore her hair natural. She always was like a natural person, little to no makeup. And my thing is, well, he know what she looks like in the morning. You know, he know what she looks like at her worst. So why would she need to be like an Instagram model or like somebody else? You know what I mean? She doesn't want to be that way. She obviously hasn't been that way, and she got him from not being that way. So I just thought it was a little weird how social media was tearing her down about her appearance when that's how she's always been.
It was the beanie. It was the beanie for me. It was the beanie.
I was gonna say,
it was just her getting on Bonnet with the Live.
Right. I was gonna say, like, when I looked at, I didn't see their video, but then the things that were on social media talking about
the memes and stuff, yeah,
right, and then comparing the two mistresses to her. I was like, well, let me kind of, like, you kind of go a little deeper, right? You kind of like Google and try to find some more photos.
Yeah.
And I was like, there was photos of her. I mean, she's not like IG model type of girl, but she is, attractive young lady. Yeah,
a nice, natural looking woman.
Right.
It wouldn't matter.
So that's what I said. Like, it was like Aisha said, like, did he just pull her out of the, like, she was doing laundry or someone just pulled her and said, hey, I need you to do this video live? I mean, I think the ironic thing is about him in particular is because his whole platform is about relationship building.
All of it.
I mean, his whole entire platform. And it's like, so you talk about the reason why men cheat and why, women do this and, why men do that. And it's like,
and what you shouldn't put up with. I know that I've seen
right, like what you put up with and all this stuff. And that's where I think the ironic part is. So yeah, I mean, it's part of like that R. Kelly type of vibe that you get. Like, she's, emotionally abused. There's a lot going on there. And I think, like Safira said, it's like it's got to be on her terms. We've all probably know somebody who we've seen on the outside said why they're still with him.
Right,
but it's not our journey to kind of help, like we can help her when she's ready. But, like we've all had that friend, like we could be your back when you're ready, but I can't force you to do anything.
Mm-hmm. But she left the first time when he cheated a few years ago. So,
I mean, did you hear him explaining it too? He was going into details.
He was explaining it like it was a story. Like, I got a story to tell y'all. Like, this happened, and I'm not sorry. Yeah, what Derek did was wrong, but Derek owned up to his behavior, and I'm just like,
that's him talking about himself in the third person.
Him talking about himself. He's like, what Derek did was wrong, and Derek fully owned up to his behavior. And I'm not saying you should go out there and do that. I'm not saying my wife deserved this, and I'm just like, yeah, you just.
And he was like, yo, I just wasn't on the phone with women. I was like hitting it.
Like, I was sleeping with him. Yes, he actually went into detail. Like, I wasn't
just proud of himself. He's proud of his behavior.
He sounded like he was proud.
He's trying to sell that book.
Classic narcissism. That's terrible. So he's proud of his behavior. Okay, I'm sorry. We have gotten so this is
let's go.
Take a question, a scenario, or meme. Safira, are you ready? Sunny, you did one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was that okay? Safira, you ready? You're gonna take a question?
Yes.
All right. Let me find you a question. I think I might go back to the original way of doing this because the questions are taking a while. Here's one. How long should you be engaged before you get married?
That's a good question. I think as long as it takes for you to feel like you would regret if you didn't marry this person, that this is a person you want to go on a journey with.
Excuse me.
I don't think, no worries. I don't think you give a time slot to it. I think if it takes a while to say, yeah, this is the person I want to ride or die with, and that's the point. After that, it's just when do you guys want to have a conversation with God and get that affirmation, assuming you're a person following God. But that's how long.
How long were you engaged before you got married?
That's a good question.
Ooh. You see the three of us are laughing. We're like,
oh, you guys know already?
Well, long story short, I was abroad. And so we dated for 3 years, but the time span is not quite the same. And the technical engagement, I needed to be in the States with my family and all that stuff. So, yeah.
I understand that. Oh, okay. Anybody else? So, okay, Imani, you're not married yet, but you are engaged. How long do you plan to be engaged before you get married?
My wedding next year. But, so we've been dating. It'll be 3 years in August that we've been together. And he asked me this year, so I guess 2.5 years he asked me. And then my wedding will be next year. So altogether it'll be almost 4 years around the time we get married that we've been together.
Damn. So high school, the length of high school.
No,
but her engagement is only a year, right?
Yeah, but the relationship is technically the length of high school. Well, he's older than me, so
he might.
I can say, hey, when you know, you know. In my opinion,
if it feel right. I don't think words can explain it. I think it's a feeling. Like,
yeah.
I think it depends. Like Safira said, it depends on so many things that are going on. I think it depends on how much life you have lived already. And what's going on at the time. So I know I probably always go back to my friend who I think she was engaged for maybe 3 months or something like that. I think she met a guy, let's say in January, they were engaged by June and married by November. And they're still married. Like
that's what happened to me too.
Like 17.
My brother and sister have been married for a few years. My sister got married at 18 and she's 23. And my brother got married at 22 and he's 24.
Okay.
I don't know about age, but I got married. I met this dude. See, I kind of skipped the engagement.
Okay.
So I met him.
And then got married.
We engaged in conversation. We got married in under a year. It was like 8 months later. And then 8 to 9 years later, we got divorced.
Okay. So there was no official engagement.
Nah, because we eloped and everything. So let's celebrate my divorce, ladies. Hey.
It's done.
Hey.
Is it done,
It's final?
Paperwork is here. Yes.
All right.
The ink is dry?
It's dry, honey. I didn't even know I was divorced, number one, because he lived in North Carolina. But I got the paperwork that says I am officially divorced. So I will be engaged for the next in the whole life. If I ever decide I'm getting married, I'm gonna be engaged forever. Thank you.
You funny.
I do need to caveat that though. One of the other conditions really is how much have you given yourself an opportunity to know yourself? And I'm not suggesting that an 18-year-old or 19-year-old doesn't know themselves, but I know I'm different than I was when I was 18. So if you love somebody enough to know they're the one, at least give yourself some more time if you're really, really straight out the house at a very young age. Because you're going to change, and life's exposure is going to allow you to learn.
Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, I agree. Life exposure, because like my parents got married at 19 and 20. Which I know times were different then. My dad was in the service. They were already living, like grown-ups. I mean, I say that because to me, 18 and 19 seem so young nowadays. But they were married at 19 and 20. That just seems like babies to me.
They also had a different brand of logic in that era too, in my opinion.
So, Sonny, I know you said time. How long were you engaged before you got married?
3 years. Well, get engaged? I don't know. I don't remember. It took 3 years. I don't know.
Okay.
That was a roller coaster. Up, down, up. Break up, get back together. Break up, get back together. So I would say probably, the 2 years of do you want to get married? No. Okay, deuces. Oh, get back together. You want to get married? Well, you got to do this. I ain't doing that. Okay, bye. And then get back together. You want to get married? Oh, we don't have enough money to get married. So like, okay, what the heck you want to do? So, I don't know.
I got you. I know I was engaged for 10 months with this marriage. But we were both grown, gainfully employed. We knew we wanted to get married, and it was just a matter of planning and letting other people know.
Yeah.
So that was cool. Nikki, I don't have a lot of time for you to choose something.
I guess let's go with meme. Let's go with a fun
Okay.
meme or something to make us laugh and end it on that note.
All right, sounds good. Since we were talking about the Lord, here's one for you. Oops.
What says?
Can you read it? Can you see it?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
When you want to. That's probably how she was feeling. Oh, I'm sorry. Your turn to respond.
Yeah. That's definitely, one of those thoughts. And, for so many years working for a corporate company that I don't work for anymore, I think I probably have done that faces so many times of, ooh, do I want to punch him? Do I want to punch her? Do I want, does someone got the bail money? That type of thing. It's like, because you really pushing it. You really, really pushing it. But yeah, that's a perfect face. And like I said, a segue. I think all of us, especially all of us being Black women on this, we've definitely probably had that interaction when you're like, you know what, you're testing me. You just tested me. You want me to fall into that stereotype. You're just doing something, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pray to the Lord that I don't fall there, because you just stepped over so many lines. And so for me, yes, I used to. I actually think I used a couple of those memes in the past. A couple.
And you meant them. You meant it.
Oh yeah, I meant them. I definitely meant them. Just like I said, just kind of, sometimes, especially now that I live in the South, when I first moved here, and probably still do, there's many a times that I gotta be like, listen, I'm not one of these Southern chicks. I'm gonna let you know. The New Yorker will come out, and I'll be like,
yeah,
we're not gonna play these games.
Exactly.
So, and then walk out the office like, Lord, let me get a job.
Right, please let me still have a job when I get back here.
Right, I'm gonna go to lunch. I'm gonna cool down. I'm gonna go get some coffee. Something to help me out. But yeah, so that's my take on that meme.
Okay, cool. I have a response, but I do have to close. So hold on, hold that thought, ladies. Let me close, and then we'll come back. All right. All right. Thank you for tuning in to Candid Conversations. We have had an amazing month. Women's History Month has been nothing short of amazing. And I want to say thank you to all of the boss chicks that came through: Portia Taylor, Sandy Robinson, Andrea McGee, Katanya Raby, and MelissaConyears-Ervin, and our guest hosts, Maisha Carter and Lisa Tracy. Next week, we do have DJ Tillman. That is the 15-year-old who earned her master's degree at age 14. So we're still enrolling with the boss chicks. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Know and embrace true love, because you're worth it. And have a wonderful week. And good night.